You have to understand why you're going through the period that's causing you to make you want to give up. See, the devil has one mission only, is to rob you of your destiny. That's the devil's only job. If he can get you to give up, you have been robbed of your destiny. If he can get you to become a criminal, he robs you of your destiny. If he gets you to never follow your dream, chase your dream, he robs you of your destiny. If he causes you to think that this is all my life is, he has caused you to rob you of your destiny. You just have to understand that Satan has one job, to rob you of your destiny. When you have thoughts that are negative, that's not God. That's Satan. He's doing everything he can to keep you from being who God made you to be. You got to get focused, man. You got to understand that this hard time that you're going through is everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. Every trial and tribulation you go through prepares you for the life God has for you. All the hard times. First of all, let me just say just one last thing. Now I got to take this picture. You cannot name one single thing that God has not brought you through. If he hasn't brought you through it, he's currently pulling you through it right now. And you know how I know that's true? Because you're sitting in here. Everything you ever thought you would not make it through, you got past it. Now, if you're currently going through something right now, guess what? You're going to get past that too. It always works that way. You always do.
Personal development. Mr. Schultz started out with something very, very important. Let me give that to you. He said, it's not what happens that determines the major part of your future. He said, the key is what you do about it. And he said, if you will start that process of change, do something different the next 90 days than you did the last 90 days, like picking up the books to read. Since we cannot change the circumstances, but we can change ourselves. What you have at the moment, Mr. Rohn, you've attracted by the person you've become. Now I said, well, how can I change all that? And he said, very simple. If you will change, everything will change for you. To have more, you simply have to become more. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes. And he said, it'll all change for you. Few little simple principles here. Once you understand these, it starts to explain so much. Schultz said, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Working harder on yourself than you do on your job. There's no such thing as job security. Here's what we know. This is a time that you have to look at you. You have to learn something new, something that you love. You can get training and coaching on from someone who's experienced and trained in that area so that you can have something else going for you other than a job. The young folk, they talk about BYOB, be your own boss. People are always asking me, what did you do differently than others, the thousands of other speakers out here? And part of the process is I decided I wanted something new for myself. And I wanted to be able to control my own destiny. We've been conditioned, we've been trained for a job. Things have changed. You got to be an entrepreneur now. You want to create and have something that you determine how much you're worth, not somebody else. And today, you have to live life like you mean it. Things have changed. We've got to change. and the millions of people that are emboldened and determined to hold you down. You've got to be stronger than them and more determined than them. Everybody can use this. The value of improving yourself and working on yourself. One of the deciding factors, I was working on a job and I asked in advance, could I go on vacation? I asked. They told me no. I did it within the parameters of what you've laid out for me. Why are you telling me no? Because I can. And if you go, you won't have a job when you get back. This is why it's important to work harder on yourself than your job. Because he knew I have a family, I have a car note, because I had not been working on a transition skill. I was putting more time and more effort on the job than myself. And see, it's not enough to get an attitude and get upset. I put that energy into learning something new. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, to the extent I wanted to be my own boss. And so I decided to learn something new. You want to learn something new in this environment where millions of jobs are being lost and over 47 million jobs are projected to be lost because of artificial intelligence. Even jobs like being a waiter or working in McDonald's. Why? They've been replaced through technology. Hello? John H. Johnson, who with a $500 loan from his mother, built a $4 million empire. He said something I always keep in mind. There's no defense against an excellence that meets a pressing public need. You have a story? Have you overcome some stuff? Have you had some setbacks, some failures? It's a pressing public need. How you got through that becomes a survival guide for people that's struggling with that right now. Your story is powerful. That's why Steve Jobs said the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world. With all the uncertainty, what's major is to have your mind focused and don't play with your future. You take charge of your future. Learn something new. And don't take forever to do it. Learn it from somebody who's accomplished and achieved. Life is too short and unpredictable to spend 8 or 60 hours a week doing something that's not you. Get an attitude to say, I'm not going out like this. See, you have something special. You know the major amount of money that corporations spend on what it takes for a corporation to grow? You know how much money they spend? Billions of dollars on the mindset for their corporate executives. People have the complexion of connection. Trust me on this. Work on you to improve you. So when I got off from work, unlike most people who go home and start watching the television, I started listening to motivational messages. I started reading 30 to 40 pages to retrain my thinking. But the major things that prevent people from living a bigger life, number one, habit. And the other thing is distractions. When you have distractions, that means that if you are not conscious, it can cost you your life. That's big. I'm talking to my computer. I make my money now virtually. Yes, I do. We've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. You control your own future. I don't airplanes anymore. I don't have to stay in stinking germ-infected hotels anymore. You was willing to learn something new that allowed me to be my BYOB. Help people, change people's lives, found a way to monetize their passion. You decide that you can bet on you.
Make sure that your ambitions is tied to your gift. Bible says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. Most people are not successful today because they never tie their work ethic to their gift. They keep tying it to their education and their passion. Once you learn the principles of success, you can apply it to anything. Do you know you can get rich selling tomatoes? The dude that used to cut my hair, he was making $1,500 a cut, and he cut my hair 5 times a week. He would finish up some weeks, man, the dude make $15,000 cutting hair. Once you learn the principles of success, you can apply them to anything.
Spend more time working on you than your job because you are the money.
I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, latest tomorrow, give you tonight to think it over. And start this whole process of personal development, work on yourself. I'm telling you, you can so dynamically change your income, and economics is the least of the values that you can start earning in terms of equity. Work hard on yourself and develop the skills. All of the stuff necessary to become more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, your whole life can explode into change. Money, no problem. Future, no problem. If you just go to work on the right thing. Let the miracle of everything that's available work for you, and start working on the inside. Work on your philosophy, work on your attitude, work on your language, work on all of your abilities. And if you'll start making those personal changes, I'm telling you, everything will change for you.
Where will you be in your business and your life in 36 months? Not because you hope, because you decide. If there's something you once envisioned and now it's real, it's because you decided there's something you wanted so bad that you unleashed all your desire. You became obsessed with it. You didn't just envision it, you brought so much emotion to it that now it's in your life. It was once a dream, it was once a goal, and now it's in your life. It may have seemed impossible at one time. So how did you do it? You started with a concrete vision of what you wanted, and you focused on it continuously, didn't you? Wherever focus goes, energy flows. So why don't we tap into that power now for your business and life?
So many people have lost their day, and thus their week, and thus their month, and thus their year, and thus their whole life's agenda to destroy. What are some things you need to immediately stop doing in your life? Is it social media? Is it watching 7 seasons of a show every week? What do you need to stop doing to take back control of life? Also, what do you need to start doing? And what do you need to start doing every day, every week, every month, every year to be on your A game? Discipline buys you freedom to do what you want.
Every day, do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps that goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it, do it, make it happen, because that goal isn't going to achieve itself. It is all on you. There is no capability difference between you and someone you consider to be an ultimate role model of success. The only difference is they've learned to manage their state and they've learned to control their mental focus. Whatever we concentrate our focus on consistently and strive to learn from, we will get great at. I don't care what it is. If you focus on it daily and you strive to be better, you're going to make little distinctions that will make you more and more effective every single day.
You should figure out what is it you desire in life and figure out the steps to get there and start working a plan to get there and minimizing everything else. Getting very clear on the mission, and working the plan. Everything else, guess what it gets? A no.
This is the truth of success. Most people can't succeed because they can't deal with all the old motherfuckers pulling them off the game plan. You're going to have to get real fucking comfortable sticking to your own plan and telling them no when they want to go out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you want to win, whether it's this year or next year or fucking ever, you're going to have to get real comfortable keeping your head on your plan and put the time into making yourself happy.
If you want to be successful, if you want to dominate in the area, you got to let everything go but that thing you're pursuing. You can't chase two rabbits and catch both of them. So you put your attention on one and go after it. You concentrate on winning. You concentrate on dominating. Listen to me. Meditate on this stuff. Focus on this stuff. And when we focus on that, that's where our energy is going to go. I need you to take ownership of your thoughts. I need you to say with me, this is my mind. These are my thoughts. I control what I think. Not the circumstances, not the situations. I control what I think. I choose where I'm going. And I will use my thinking. I will use my thoughts to make the rest of my life the best of my life.
What are you doing right now? Are you not doing anything? Are you doing something stupid? Or are you making progress? What are you doing right now?